So what we are currently learning is HTML, and the color systems are called CSS. And then we also will learn some JavaScript. So put all this together, you can build any form of websites that you want, any form. But it's going to be a static website. Static means it doesn't interact with the user so much. Okay, to create a dynamic website, then we need to learn PHP, which is whatever they type in can actually go into the database. We are not going into that yet. We will see whether it's necessary, then we will learn. But the other method which a quarter of the world is using is called Content Management System, CMS. Some call it WordPress. There are many, all right? So what is the difference here? A CMS or content management system is where they already have many templates for you. It is like drag and put the pieces together. That means you don't have to have coding skills like what we are learning now. So you're free to use anything. You can use the content management system, or you can use the coding system. But the coding system, the benefit for Baba is when you do coding, it is totally cheap. But if you are going to have a content management system, then you have to pay a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. That's the difference. So people who are not used to coding or have no interest in designing, but rather just use whatever is available, then content management system might be useful. But if you want to have your own methods, own designs, own ways, you want to have more to give to people, then coding might help. But it's just that it takes time for you to familiarize with the codes. That's the only difficulty. But once you learn coding, then you're quite used to it, then you will feel very reluctant to actually use a CMS system. So that's the difference, okay? So Sister Bhavna is asking this question. It is actually your what do you like? But the other thing is, if you want to save some money, especially if you have few websites to maintain for Baba, and you want to save some money, then HTML coding will be the cheapest. Okay? All right. So that's the difference. Okay. Any other questions you're thinking of? Let me know. All right. Okay. 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 Also, I've been just talking to Chaya Ben that we have learned some stuffs, but if we keep on learning more and more, then it's going to be lack of practice. So maybe I'm going to stop after next week. Maybe have one last lesson next week. Okay, and then give you a month break. And maybe in between, like a workshop if you require, let you build your websites. And you can actually ask me for support, weekly support or whatever, just Zoom or just talk to me anytime you want. That's possible. All right. And then let you create your website. So next week, I will actually show you how to put your website together in a local server. That means we create the server in your computer, because we are not going to rent, or we don't want to use the original server, original website. We probably set up the server in your laptop. That's called a local server. And then you upload to your local server and then check how it works. That's also possible. Okay. We will see whether it's necessary. Okay. All right. So any questions, let me know. If not, I will proceed. Okay. All right. Jumla also same. Sister Priya is asking. There's so many right now. Okay. And people are making it easier. They have Wix.com, so many stuff. Okay. I think they have easily about hundreds of small website developers who are making life very easy for people, where they just say, You pay a subscription of $30 per month and you get all this. It's like a jigsaw puzzle you just put together. So they're making easy for people. But in the long term, you'll be paying money. That's the only difference, okay? But if it's a company that you're working for and the company doesn't mind, then go for WordPress because you're not paying. Okay, so that is the difference, okay? All right. So it's up to you again. You decide. It's absolutely your choice. Okay, so let's move on today. Let's check. What are we learning today? So today I want to recreate the whole thing. Okay, hang on now, 1 minute. Let me just share the screen. Hang on, just give me a minute, yeah? Okay. All right, so from yesterday, okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, all right. Okay, so you're seeing my Explorer screen. And yesterday what we did, sorry. We did, okay, my folder is called Website Training Mauritius. So today I'm going to let go this. I don't want to use this folder anymore. I want to create a new folder and then let's start the whole thing again, all right? But in a different way. Let's try that, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy my entire folder. I'm going to copy, click, copy it, paste it again. All right, I'm going to paste it again. So it's going to be called Website Training Mauritius Copy. You can call it as a new folder or whatever folder. All right, so I'm just copying yesterday's folder, everything that is there, okay? And I'm going to change the name. All right, you can do that. We're just going to change the name to Website Training version 2. All right, okay. So version number 2. So I'm going to call it as Website Training version 2. So that's what I'm going to call it. Okay. So if you can just make a copy and call it whatever you want, it's okay. All right. Call it whatever you want. Let's do it together. Now, once you have copied that exact thing, open it up and let's delete unwanted stuffs. Okay. Let's delete all the unwanted stuffs. I just want to keep my images and videos. I want to keep that. The rest I want to delete first. Okay, delete about, delete this, whatever is there. Delete my gallery also if you want to. All right, let's delete. Keep the index. Keep the index. Let's delete the style. I don't need the style. I don't need the test also. I'm just going to keep it like this for time being. Okay. All right, so that's done. So I've got four files of 2 folders and 2 files here. I hope you can have the same for me. Okay, same with your file. Is it okay? All right. Okay, then I'm also going to click on my index and see what is there. I'm going to click it. This is what you're going to see. All right. This is what you want to see. But I'm going to remove all these things. I've done some changes to the contact us, but let's remove that also. So I've got this thing right now. Okay. I'm going to open my, what do you call, Sublime. Okay, I'm going to open my Sublime. My Sublime is empty. Now, careful when you open your file, because you want to open the right folder, not the old folder. So please go back to your new folder, all right? Go back to your new folder, please, not the old folder. Okay. Because if you open your old folder, then you'll be typing somewhere else, you can't see, okay. So this is version 2, make sure it's version 2. Drag your index, place it on the Sublime. Okay, so done, right? So this is how you open. Everybody knows this stuff. Okay. All right. So I've got my Sublime here and I've got my website here. Okay. Now I want to remove everything. I want to remove everything here and let's restart. Okay, let's restart. Okay, maybe just leave the contact us, maybe just leave the contact us alone. The rest, I'm just going to remove everything. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Sublime. I'll give you some time for you. Could you do that? I'll wait for you. We'll do it together. I'll just give you, say, a minute or so for you to try. So open your index file. Make sure it's version 2, index file. And then open the correct index, which shows the website page. Okay, all right, good. So you're there? Good. Now, I must also teach you something. You see, sometimes when you want people to actually reach your website first, how do we do that? How do we tell the website? How do we tell people to actually come to our website? That means, let's say people type meditation. So let's say somebody on earth is typing meditation, or somebody in Mauritius is typing meditation, but there are other meditation centers. There are a lot of Gurujis who are teaching meditations and may have a website. So how do we ask Google to actually choose and show our website? So I'll be teaching that next week. So you need to place some things here. You need to place some things in the meta. What is meta? Meta is what Google is going to read. So if you put here the information in the meta about whatever you want people, let's say people type meditation, whatever they're looking for. If you place the important keywords here, then when people type that, Google is going to link these keywords and open your page first. We want to do that soon, okay? So that's a very important stuff. So we want to link this meta so that Google will read this. You see, now here, this one is different. This one is the quotes, the page we have written here, whatever we have written below, that is reading it. And then is reading and it's pulling, going to this library. So Google will exactly read this also and go to this library. So these are library, external library. And these are instructions or what to show to the people who are actually searching for meditation. So we want to do that. Okay, so all these are instruction to the search engine. Okay, all right. So that's what we call as SEO, search engine optimization. Also, if you have a Facebook, see, if you have a Facebook, what we need to do is, Facebook has got a page called Facebook Pixel. Pixel, I'm not sure whether you have heard of it, but you need to create a Facebook business page and you just have to paste the pixel over here, Facebook Pixel here. You see, so what happens is, every time somebody comes to Facebook and they click on your picture or whatever, those images can actually be recorded. Your website can actually collect information of who is coming and going. So it can actually link all those things together, all right? If necessary, maybe we will learn that later. Okay, so I'll leave that first. Okay, so here we will paste next week. Okay, now I want to remove, last week we had this word, font awesome. Okay, so this one I gave it to you because you did not register for it, but you can just use the code, it doesn't matter. I'm not using style today, so I'm just going to remove the style. I'm not using it. You can just remove the style, delete that, because I don't have that today. All right. So style is what? It's an external page. But currently we are not creating external style page. All right. So I've deleted that. All my style is just placed here. All right. Placed here. Okay. Internally. So you know that. Then this is the header, the body, the header, the nav bar, all right? So I want to now remove Everything except the contact. I'm just going to leave the contact, all right? Okay, so let's remove that. Be slow, don't quickly delete everything. So I'm going to delete from 165. Can you see 165, which is all the, what is this? These are all the pictures and so on. 165, okay, all right. So let's remember that number in your page. Mine is 165. So I'm going to delete, where am I? Contact us is here. So I'm going to delete from 385 right down. I want to go from down to up to 165 and delete that. Where's 165? Here. All right. All here. Delete that. So this is what I have. I'm going to save it now. Okay. Could you just delete and just keep it like this? Contact. Okay. I'm going to refresh. And this is what I get. Of course, your contact is going to look different because it's probably going to look blue. I just touched it up to become gray like this. Okay, just today I was playing with it. Okay, all right. Okay, Ken, I hope you're okay. All right. Okay, so this is my contact. Can you see this contact here? All right. So my contact here, this is what I have. Everybody is having the same stuff. Anybody is having difficulty, let me know. I'll wait for you. Hannah. Okay, so this is my contact. Okay, this looks quite subtle. Fine. Now, let me just show you a few more stuffs. Okay. Now, next, I just want to show you a special effect, okay, in case it might be useful to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I want to show you a code which is called hover. Hover or hover or whatever it is. That means when you go above something, either the color changes or something happens. Hover, all right? So what I'm going to do is, you see, this Brahma Kumaris here is actually my H1. H1. That's my H1 in style, or H1 is here. Can you see H1? Brahma Kumaris. So this is my H1. I think you already have this. Okay, so what I want to do now, I've got an H1. Okay, let's create some space here. Okay, make sure you add your style. Are you at your style? Okay, are you at your style? Okay. Now let's make tidy up things. Let's create some space here. Okay, good. So I'm going to take the same thing, copy it, copy, watch first, and then you do. Copy. I just copied this thing, and I'm going to place it here. Okay, and then I'm going to paste it again. You got it? Now the only difference is this is H1, but this is going to be H1 hover. Hover. Okay. So now watch what happens. So when I hover my mouse on top of this, I want the color, current color is black. I want to change it. Let's try orange. Save. So the moment you put two dots and hover, whatever you go on top will start changing. So let's try whether this works. There, can you see? Everything's changing because both are H1. Both are H1s. Both are H1s. Can you see? So because both we are using H1. So when I go up above it, both color changes. You want to try and see, does it work for you? Please try and see. You can put any color, but I'm just testing it out, okay? Now, test, I'll give you a minute. So you just have to copy back the entire H1. And then just put two dots, colon, and hover, and then it automatically, you are telling the codes that, look, when I come above it, when I move across on top of this, and I bring my mouse on top, the color has to change. You see that? Okay, so it becomes orange for me, orange. Okay, now I'm going to change one more stuff. So far, okay? Everybody's okay? Now, if you look at H1 here, right? If I'm too fast, just tell I'm too fast. Huh? Okay. Now, if you look at H1 here, the color is black. Am I too fast? Right? Does not work for you. Why? Yeah? Wait. Pritesh is saying does not work for you. Why, Pritesh? Did you the hover mustn't have a space. Let's try and see. Yeah? You see, I'm going to give a space. Sometimes it doesn't work if you have a space. Careful, don't give a space. All right. I'm giving a space now. All right. I just saved it. I see it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? Because there is a space. Careful. So don't give a space. Some of you might have given a space. So now save it. It works. Okay. Check whether did you give a space. If any one of you didn't work, give a space. Also, sometimes you could have. Okay. Also, you could have missed a bracket. It could have missed a bracket. Careful. So if it doesn't work for you, I suggest you please undo it. Undo it. All right. Undo and paste it again. Because sometimes you accidentally could have just deleted something. Or just now when you deleted something, did you delete any of the diffs? That could be another problem. All right. So that's why you have to be careful when you delete something. All right. Okay. Okay. So check again, Pritesh. Is it okay? If it didn't work, it doesn't work, then you probably have to undo everything. Maybe you deleted something or typed something wrongly. Okay. All right. Try and see. Huh? Okay. All right. Now, next part. Now, look at this text shadow. Text shadow. See? Now, the ending here, this is like x-axis, y-axis, and this is the z-axis. Now, at the ending here, you can actually add a color. Let's say I add black. You can actually change. So previously, we didn't put the text shadow because the text shadow automatically follows the color. But now I'm specifying and saying, no, text shadow, I want black. That's the difference. All right. Similarly, on top here, I can say black, but currently is also black, correct? It's black. Currently is black. Let's say I don't want black. I want to put the text shadow as maroon. Let's try. So here's orange, shadow is black. On top, black, text, shadow is maroon. Let's check. Now it looks maroon. If I go above, shadow is black, text is orange. Okay, so I leave that to you. Okay, so this is how we can actually play with it. Okay, all right. Okay, we can also have things moving around like animation. All right, if needed, we'll look into that, but those are for time being maybe not really necessary. Okay, okay, so I hope you're okay with that. All right, okay, so so I'm just going to make it as black. I don't want it to be too colorful. Okay, I'm just going to make it black. And then my shadow is going to be maroon. You don't have to follow me. All right. You just use your own color. All right. Everybody's okay. All right. Good. All right. Let's test it out again. Okay. So black it becomes maroon. Okay. Now, however, one more. However, let's say you don't want both to change. You don't want both to change. You only want one to change because in your websites, you might have many H1. You see, this is a H1. Somewhere else, you might have a H1. So everything will start changing. So if that is the case, then we have to use another method. Let's say I only want this thing to change. Only this thing to change. Okay. I don't want this thing to change. So now let's check again. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. Can you see here? There's a H1 here. So I only want this H1 to change. The contact I don't want to change. So in this case, what you can do is you can add something here. We can just say, let's call it as ID. Okay, just put ID. ID. ID means what? Give a name, or you can even call it class. But I want to just show ID first. ID, I just want to set change color. Just give a name, all right? Just give a name. Change color. That's the name of this. So the H1's name, I'm changing it to change color. Can you see that? I'm just giving an ID. Why? What's an ID? ID allows you to specify. So using this name, we can change the color, the shape, and all those things. That's why we give an ID. Even class is okay, all right? But I'm just giving ID is fine. Okay, so I put an ID here. You can put your own, all right? You can put anything. All right, so I'm going to put as ID change color after the H1, okay? Now, but the contact part, I'm not changing. I don't want the contact to change anything, all right? So let's move up a bit. So now it's no more H1, it's an ID. I'm going to use the ID's name, which is, remember every time you use ID, you must have a hashtag. If you use a class, then you must have a dot. You must have a dot in front of it. Now we're using ID. ID means you must have a hashtag. What is my name? Change color. All right, change color. How did I spell color? Change color. All right, okay, good. Change color. Let's save it. Let's put a different color so you know it works. Blue. I'm going to put blue. Okay, blue shadow. Okay. All right, change color hour for this ID only. Contact, don't change. You okay, you got it? Let me test first. Blue. This doesn't change. Can you see? So I'm just showing you the techniques of manipulation in case you want to make it like really nice. Okay. All right. Okay. You try it now. You try it. So first thing what you do is ID, please. Change ID for H1. Give any name you want. Give any name you want. Okay, ID. Now make sure you have the inverted column, comma, and then scroll up and copy back the H1, same thing. Careful, don't delete any of the commas or the brackets, all right? Go a bit slow. Put the hashtag, change color. Hour, 2 dots and hour. Okay, test and see whether it works. Give another color maybe, just to make sure it works. Okay, then save it. Don't forget, save it. Test it out. Okay, that's it. All right. So when people move like this, they see something moving, they're interested. Wow, what is this? That's it. Okay. It is just a gimmick. Okay. All right, fine. Everybody's okay with that? Let me know if you have any problems. Can? Okay, great. Hopefully okay. All right, so far okay. Pritish is also okay, great. Okay, everybody working, huh? All right, good. I think you're getting it right, good. Okay, so now, all right. So this looks very simple and elegant in my website. Looks nice, really. I like the color also. It looks very subtle, it's fine. Now, yours is probably blue color here. You can change the color yourself. I think you can change it yourself. Okay, now. So your work is probably as a homework. You can also change the color to become like this. Okay, and change this text also, text size. Now, about the text size. Now let's do it together again. Where am I? Okay, so contact us. Okay, so this is contact. Remember, this was contact. Okay, all right, we got ID, contact, and so on. Row. Now, you see, if you come here on this, if you're looking at 175, you will see there's another word here, another unit here called REM. REM is similar to pixel, but one REM is about 16 pixel. It depends, all right? Standard is about 16. Now, this also is similar to VW. But VW, remember we did VW, VW changes a lot. REM is relative, it's called relative to the size. So sometimes if VW doesn't work for you, if the size is too small, you can also use REM, but REM is built in, okay, in this case. Okay, I just wanted to let you know what is REM. Okay, all right, good. So hopefully you're okay with this. Okay, now, so we don't have a gallery page yet. We don't have a gallery. We only have a home page now. I also would like to do one more thing now. Could you enter here 4 grids? I want grid here and I want to place a photo inside here. I want to show you something. Okay, so let's do that. All right, I'm going to go to my Bootstrap now. Okay, I'm going to place some photos here. I think you can do it yourself already. You're quite expert, isn't it? Okay, all right, Bootstrap. Okay, please take for me a grid. Get a container and grid, please. And give me 4 frames or 4 grids. Can you build that for me? All right, so I'm going to copy this container. I'm going to copy this container, okay, and paste it right above the contactors, right above the contactors, because I want to show you one more stuff. Let's say today we are building our gallery. Okay, I want to build a gallery. Gallery where we put all our photos. Okay, gallery where we put all our photos. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here. Okay, and I want this to be four columns. Let's create some space first. 4 columns. Okay, 4 columns. Okay, good. But let me work with 1 column first. I'm having 1 column first. Okay, 1 column. I want to place an image here. What do? I want to place an image here. Could you go and pick up for me from Bootstrap image responsive, please? Pick up an image. Now, what you can put and what you cannot put is all up to you. Anything can be placed in the website. So there's no such thing like we need to put this or don't put this. Like yesterday, I showed you Jumbotron, right? Jumbotron is just another header, okay? But that is why you need, just when you have time, you just have to take a look at it. I just copied the responsive and then paste it. Okay, I pasted that. And I'm going to put a picture later, all right? I'm going to put a picture later. Okay, you can put a picture if you want to. Let's put picture, images, slash, let's put picture 1 if we have, if it is same, JPG, all right? I'm going to put picture 1, done. And please adjust your column. I want large is 3 units. Large is 3 units. That means I'm going to have 4, right? 4 parts. I hope you understand that. Small, I want full. How to do that? Can you still remember? I'm going to be purposely slow today because I would like you to do it. That means large is LG, right? That means full screen only take 3 units. So 12 divided by 3, I'm going to have 4 photos. Okay, all right. So SM small, thank you. You're going to have, correct. So copy back, that's COL. All right, let's copy it, paste it here, change it to SM. Okay, I want 12. But some people might be using an iPad. So iPad or a tablet, so which is slightly medium size. Maybe I want just 2 pictures. So what do? I just want 2 pictures there. If you're using for iPad, you must cater for everything, see? If not, your website will not look good. Let's put MD. How many? Shall I put 6? Fine, 6 is okay. So medium size, you're going to have 6 units, 6 units. Everybody's okay with this, right? We have learned this before. Good. So now we have this. Large column is done, medium is done, small screen is also done. I've got a picture. Now, example now. Look at this. There is an alternative here. Can you see? Now, what does it mean? Supposing you accidentally deleted this picture. then that picture will not appear on your website and it's going to look like an empty space and might look like a cross. So if this picture is deleted, where would you like them to go? Is there another website picture? Would you like them to, like example, let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm going to take you to, okay. So let's say, so this is your picture, but for some reason, something got corrupted, or maybe you accidentally deleted this. So your entire website will now have no picture of this, okay? Or maybe all the pictures file you deleted accidentally. So now, therefore, you want an alternative. So what do? Let's say I'm going to go to images. I'm going to go to, let's say, Shiv Baba. Okay, and click this. Okay, can you see that? I'm going to click this and this picture. I'm going to copy the link address. Can you see? Copy the link address. And then, do you know what I'm doing? I went into one of the pictures, which is already on Google, because this one can't delete. It's already in the Google. So I'm going to bring it back and paste it here. So therefore, what I'm telling Google is, I'm telling the server, if my picture gets deleted, please take me here. You see that? So that's what's going to happen. Save it, okay? But right now I'm not doing that, but you can try it out, okay? You can just paste any photo. So in case this got corrupted, it's going to take you over here, all right? Because this looks too messy, so I don't want right now, okay? Okay, done. All right, clear? Okay. So good, let's create 4 pieces. And any questions, let me know. Huh? Okay, let's create 4 pieces of this. Okay, 4 columns. Let's check. Okay. Okay, done, right? So let's save it. If you got other pictures, please put other pictures. Let's change it to picture 2 and picture 3. Okay, and picture 4. Let's see how it comes up. I've got 4 pictures, so I put 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. So let's check, save it. I've got 4 pictures. This picture is a bit small, so I'm going to change it to picture 5. Okay. Okay, so I've got, oh, that's worst. Let's change it to picture 6. Size, okay, I've got these pictures. Now remember what I'm doing. I'm building a gallery. All right, I'm building a gallery now, which means I'm going to have 4 pictures here. Probably I'm going to have about 100 pictures because it's a gallery. All right, it's a gallery, and people are going to come here and actually read this up. All right, they're going to read this up. Okay, now, so they're going to read, what is this? What is this picture? What is this picture? What is this? But these pictures are a bit small. But before that, everybody has got this done. Ken, it's working for everybody. Let me know if you're stuck somewhere. Now, I want to give some space here. Do you still remember what space is that, please? All right. Give me how to create space. Can I ask you that? Because it's touching too much, touching below. Come on, do you know what to do with that? What to do? You need to give what? You need to give a margin. Please give a margin, please. A margin. Brilliant. MT5 is fine. Margin top is fine. All right. Where do you put it up? Where do you put? I think let's put it at the row. It might work. Or you can put it at the container because the whole thing is inside a container. I'm going to put MT5. Check whether it's too much. Okay. All right. Let's check. Okay. Looks good. And also below here. Okay. The containers here. But let's put below also, below container. What should I put? Margin bottom 5, fine. Okay, let's save it. Margin bottom 5. Okay, good, looks good. Okay. So I'm going to have about, let's say about 20 to 30 photos, all good photos and so on. But these photos are very small. They're quite small, all right? They're quite small. I want to enlarge them. That means when people go on top of it, it must become big. That's what I want. Do you know what I'm talking about? All right. Should I wait for you? Everybody's okay? So I've got 4 photos here right now. You can put more later. You can try that later once we have, okay. So what I'm going to do is now, okay. So this is my class here, okay. I'm going to give a name for all this. I'm going to give a name for all this because what I want to do is when I go on top, it must grow a bit big. You see that? I want it to grow a bit big. Okay. All right. Now let's do that. Okay. So firstly, let's put an ID for this. So I'm going to click here, hold my control, click here, click here, click here, give a name. Let's give ID. ID. Give any name you want. What do you want? I'm going to call it for testing purpose. Enlarge. Where is this? This is gallery. Okay. Gallery, gal, enlarge. The reason I put gal is because so I know, okay, this ID is in gallery. Give names where you can link easily. All right. So gallery enlarge, I'm going to call it, or gallery large, whatever. Okay. So the name has been given, gal enlarge. Okay. So let's go up. Once you have given your name, give for all 4 same. Huh? Okay, all 4 same. I'm going to go up to my style. Okay, I'm going to go up to my style. Where is it? Here, style. Okay, don't go out of the style. Make sure you have the closing tag of the style here. Okay, all right, good. Clear? Okay. So I'm going to ID. ID is what? What's the ID? How do you type? What should we do? So I just want to make it enlarge. Can you see? I want to enlarge it. So I need to put ID means you must put this. So, and the name is what? Gal enlarge. Okay. Okay, good. All right, gal enlarge. Okay, gal enlarge. Make sure you have your brackets. Now, what do you want to do with this? Let's take a look. Let's save it first. What do we want to do with this thing? That means when people come on top means my mouse is on top, which is called hover, right? I didn't put the hover just now. You need to put hover, careful. Let's put the hover, hover. But once you type hover, it moves far. Make sure it's close. Make sure there's no gap between the colon and the hover. If not, it won't work because it's considered as one piece. It's considered as one piece. Hover. Now, okay, save it first. Now, what do you think should happen? That means now I want this photo to become how big? Shall I make it double the size? Shall I make it double the size? Should I do that? Let's check. Okay, so let's go and try. So I want to make the size. I'm not sure how big is this. This is probably about 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably about 200 pixel. I'm going to try 300 pixel. Okay, so I'm going to say width 300 pixel. Okay, let's try. You got it? You can try together. So I'm going to say, when I bring the mouse above it, please make the width 300 pixel. You must also adjust the height because now we are not giving instructions for the height. So the height might remain the same. Let's see what happens, okay? Let's see what happens, okay? So let's go back, refresh. Why is nothing happening? Gal enlarge hover. Width, let's put one more. Height, let's try one more. Auto, automatic height. That means the height must adjust by itself. Let's save it. Is my spelling correct? Enlarge. Okay, if not, it won't work. Let's check, yeah. Gal enlarge, okay, ID. All right, looks okay to me. Okay, good. It should be working. Gal enlarge, hover, all right, great. Save. Okay. Wait, why is it not working? Is there any mistake here? Oh, something stuck with, gives me a moment. The width is 300 pixel. Okay, let's make it bigger. Let's make the pixel 500. Okay, good. Okay, so there is some error here which has happened. Okay, all right. Anyway, so this should work, but let's see what is the error. Gal enlarge. Okay, hover. Okay, give me a moment now. Let me just see what's my mistake. ID is here. Class is here. Let us try. Okay. Maybe I made this mistake. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. I am actually trying to enlarge the division. What I should be doing logically is try to enlarge the image. So that was my mistake. Okay. So let's undo everything because my ID is at the wrong place. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to copy this thing, copy it and paste it after the image, all right? After the image. I'm at the wrong place. Can you see? My purpose is to enlarge the image. But I'm not enlarging the image, I'm enlarging the box, which cannot because the grid is fixed. So that is why it's not working, all right? So I've copied this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, okay, delete the whole stuff. Remember, I copied already, please copy it, okay? So right now I'm going to delete 1, 2, 3, 4, let's delete. Okay, all right? And I'm going to bring my mouse. You see, I can adjust the mouse simultaneously. Where is it? I'm going to place it here. Okay, and I'm going to paste my ID here. Stop. Okay, all right. It should work logically, but if it still doesn't work, then there's something error which I've done or I didn't copy something. Okay, so let's check again. All right, so I've saved it. Let's check. Oh, it still doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Height, width, let's make it bigger somehow. Does it work? Okay, I think there's some error here which I cannot see immediately. Doesn't matter, we'll come back to that. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, so probably I've done an error here. I need to figure this out. Okay, all right, so, okay, so what I would like you to do is, let's forget about this ID first for time being, yeah? Okay, let's forget about this ID. I'm taking the ID out. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Okay, because Sister Chaya is saying, maybe we are in index.html contact. Sister Chaya has sent me a message saying, we are in index.html at contact, okay? All right. So yes, we are at index.html contact. And this page is we are actually in index page. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. See, I mean, that's why when there's too many things, okay, let's undo it again. Yeah, just okay, right. Okay, all right. See, so I've got my ID here again, ID here again. All right. Okay, I'm going to type, yeah, this is also okay. All right, save it. Okay. Okay. Okay, doesn't seem to respond well. Okay, I need to figure this out. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, okay, let's leave it for a while. Maybe by the end of the class, I should have figured it out, but let's leave it for a while. Okay, let's just leave it for a while. Okay. Okay. Okay, I want you to try one more next. Okay, let's leave the photo first for a while. Just give me a moment. Okay, where are we? Photos. Give me a moment. Okay, so these are all the photos, and it still doesn't seem to work. Okay, try. Let's try one more last time. Why doesn't it work? Okay, it doesn't seem to work. Okay, forget it. Okay, all right. Okay, could you do for me something? One more. Could you just paste for me? All right, right now I've got a photo here coming up here. What I want to do is I want to put a text under here. I want to put a text under the photo because for each photo, I want to give a simple explanation of what this photo is about. How can we do it or what should we do? Any ideas? That means this is my first photo, all right? Ah, okay, Brother Pritish is saying, I did ID at diff row place. It seems to work. All right. Okay, let's check. Yeah. So Brother Pritish is saying it seems to work. Maybe the row. Okay. So let's put it at the row. Okay. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Okay, so it does work for you, Pritish. Okay. So you put it at the row and seems to work. Okay. That's the thing. Okay. So it seems to work for you, but it doesn't work for me. That's why I've got an error somewhere here. I think I accidentally did something wrong. Okay. Doesn't matter. It changes picture size, but not sure what happens. Yeah, picture size should change. Is anybody else getting it? Maybe it's my error somewhere. That means Pritesh Bhai is saying the ID we put at the row, same like this. Save it. Okay. And then, okay, now what I'm going to do is maybe I need to reopen my page because there's too many pages here. I'm going to reopen my page. Version 2. Okay. Okay, it works here. Doesn't work here. Okay. Mine is not working, British. Okay. Anybody else is working? Anybody else's? So Brother British, you did exactly like this, is it? Okay, just let me know if yours is similar to this. It works, the suggestion of British by just that the pictures get smaller. The picture gets smaller because your pixel is a bit small. Okay, all right, okay. So British is saying, I kept the ID at SRC place also. Okay, so you did that also. All right. Okay, it gets smaller. So if it gets smaller, what is your, so Eva is saying hers is getting smaller. So if you make the size slightly bigger, it might change. Okay. So then it might grow a bit bigger. Okay. But let's, okay. Everybody seems to work. Kept only at row level the ID. Okay. Why is mine not working? Give me a moment. I think I might have deleted something. How come everyone else is working, but mine is not working? But all images together change. Correct. When you put at this place, when you put at the row, it will change, all will change. So that is why I don't want to put it at the row. I'm putting it at each individual. Okay, so when you put at each individual, then, okay, so let's check one more time. Last time I'm going to try. Why is mine not working? I don't know. I need to close the whole thing, I think. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. If you put at the row, everything will change because the row is controlling all four images. So if you want to control one by one, then you have to put at each image, then it will work. Okay. So let me again try it. Okay. All right, mine doesn't seem to work. Something is not right with mine. Okay. Okay, let's leave this for timing. Okay, leave this for a while. I'm going to try something else, something different. Okay. All right, go. Let's move on a little bit. Now I'm going to go below contact us. Okay, let's leave it for a while. Okay. I need to figure that out. Okay. Let's go below contact us. Let's paste something here. Again, I'm going to choose a photo. All right. Again, I want to choose the same thing. Let's retry it. Okay, let's retry it and see what exactly is there. All right, so I'm going to go to my Bootstrap. Okay, let's again copy a responsive image. But before that, let's have a grid. Okay, a grid. Okay, a grid system. I'm going to copy a grid again. Copy. Okay. I'm going to place it below the contact. Below the contact. Okay, below the contact here. Okay, so let's make a line. I'm going to place it here. Okay, and I'm going to place one of my image here, okay, let's place one of the image here, but this time I'm going to remove everything else, just keep one column. Let's keep just one column. Okay, I'm just going to keep one column. I'm going to go back to my Bootstrap and copy the image. Okay, copy the image, copy it. And I'm going to paste it in my one of the column here. Okay, all right. Okay, I just want to test it out. Why it's not working? Because I just want to show you again. Okay, I'm going to put in an image, images slash picture one dot jpg. Okay, save it. And okay, I'm also going to give it an ID. All right, I'm going to give it an ID. Okay, let's give an ID tab. Okay, let's say image change. Okay, image change. Okay, so that's my ID, image change. And you okay? All right, okay, good. Image change. So that's my ID. So I'm going to try it out one more time, see what happens. What happens? Okay, save. Okay. So I'm going to go up to my style. I'm going to say ID, image change. Okay, hover. Okay, all right, good. Is my name correct? Yeah, it is image change. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, and I'm going to give a width, let's say a width. When you hover, the width must change. Okay, the width must change. So width is going to become 600 pixels. And the height is going to be automatic, will follow. Close, save. Okay, hope it works. If not, I'm not sure. Something must have gone corrupted with mine. Okay, so saved index. Okay, good. All right. There, something's happening. It works now. All right, but why is it like that? Let's take a look. Here. And I hover, it's getting big or getting small. Something is not right. Something is corrupted with mine. There. Can you see it became smaller when I hover? All right. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure why it didn't work. I'm going to put a percentage. Okay, I'm going to put a percentage now. So let's check again, see what happens. Right now, my picture is big. My picture is big. This is about 1,200 pixel. So what I'm going to say is, I want it to become 50%. 50% safe when I hover. You see, it becomes smaller. So it should work like this. It should work like this, but I probably need to redo something here has been a mistake to me. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, right? See whether it works for you if you do under the contact. Does it work? So it became smaller for me. Okay, all right. So, all right. So let's do now 4 pieces like this, 4 pieces, all right? So let's do it 4 pieces. So I'm going to go back and put, okay. I'm going to have 4 images. I'm going to have 4 images again, all right? Picture 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to paste it another 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So I've got 4 pictures. Save it. Okay, I've saved it. Good. Let's check. I've got 4 pictures. Good. It's working. Some at the top, I'm not sure why it didn't work. I must have done some error. Okay. Okay. So let's go on top. I became small. Small, small. All right. Small and small. But I don't want small. I want it to grow larger so that people can see it. So I'm going to change it. So we've got 4. Does it work for you? Please check for me and let me know. Does it work for you? Okay. Okay. Does it work for you? Okay, good. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'll figure out that later. But let's go back now. Let's make it 200 pixel, 200%. So it grows double the size, or maybe 1/3. Okay, so I'm going to make it 150%. Let's see how big. So that I'm going to make it 150%. Okay. Okay, 150%. And let's go back here. Okay. Right. So, all right, let's do this. It doesn't work because smaller it works. Huh? That means something is blocking. The grid is blocking it. Smaller it works, but larger it doesn't work. Okay, I need to solve this thing. Okay. Okay, it doesn't work for me when it's larger. Does it work for you if you put 150%? Does it work for anybody? No. Okay. All right. Okay. There's something blocking here. Never mind. I'll figure that out. Okay. For time being, let's leave it. Okay. So that's okay. All right. So anyway, what we have learned today is the hover effect. I think the grid is blocking it. So I need to adjust that grid. Okay. All right. So, okay. So that's important for now. Let's have a short traffic control and then we'll take a look at something else. Okay. Correct. It's the grid that is blocking it. Correct. We need to figure that out in a short while. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Let's have short traffic control.
As long as you hold me in your memory, remember when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. Just remember me. if you will only remember
Okay, sorry. Okay, let's move on. Okay, good. Okay, so there's one more announcement I forgot. Today I have to finish a little early, all right? Which means Mauritius time I will finish at 1:30 or in another about 20 minutes or so. Okay. Now, basically we have learned many of these things. Now I want to show you one more stuff which might be very useful to you, which is what I'm going to take you to another page. Okay, watch this. This is a library, and this library is called jQuery. jQuery script.net. They're here. All right, can you see? All right, could you just type this in, jQuery script.net, and click on it? I'll wait for you so we can do it together. I just want to show you this library because there are thousands of templates here which could be useful to you. Okay, I'm going to click on it. jQuery script.net. Okay, these are plugins. Okay, I just clicked on it. All right, I just clicked on it, and now I'm at jQuery script. All of you can see, right? Yeah, you can see. Okay. Now, what is this? Of course, you'll see lots of advertisement because it's a free site. Okay. Now, if you look at this, these are all the things which we can actually use. Example, let me show you. Let's choose what we have, rotator. I'm going to click rotator, all right? There's an ad here. Okay. So I just clicked the rotator. Where's my rotator? All right. Okay. So if you go down, these are all ads. Don't click on the ads. Okay. Can you see there's a rotator here and all this? I'm going to show you one. Okay. Example. Choose the one only with demo and download because the rest of it is all advertisements. Okay. So now rotators are ready-made plugins where you just take and put it into the web page. It starts working for you. So it's quite useful. All right, so I'm going to choose one of it and just show you example. Let's try this. Let's try this. I'm going to click the demo here. Okay, demo. All right, and it's going to tell you the file size is very small. I'm going to click demo. Okay, what is this? So this is how it's going to look in your web page. So your gallery now will have all these photos. It will go like that. But of course, we can control the speed. This speed is too fast. So it keeps rotating. Of course, it's too much. It's too fast. So therefore, you can, if you like this, you can actually choose. You can go fast, slow, you can move it. Can you see? I can adjust it. It looks like a special effect kind of thing. So if somebody wants to see it, they can actually use this and we can put all our photos here. Okay, so I'm just showing you that. Okay, all right. But it looks like too and all the codes are here. We just have to copy this. You don't have to copy actually. You can just click download and all the codes will automatically be downloaded. You just have to copy it and paste it onto our website. That's it. Then it becomes available. I'll show you one more, okay? Let's choose one more. Let's choose a light box. I'm choosing a light box. What's a light box? Okay. A light box, let's take a look at this demo. A light box is something like this. It's a ready-made gallery. All right. Just like what we are trying to do just now. Can you see? So you put a photo here. If you want to make the photo big, so people can actually watch this or look at the photos. So it's already built in for you. So this is your gallery of photos. So there are lots of it. You need to know what you want. Let's say you want a time and clock. Maybe you want to have a time and clock. Let's click time and clock. What happens? Okay, time and clock. Is there time and clock? If you want to add, let's say, a calendar right on your web page. Okay, right on your web page, right beside a web page, you say you want to show some important dates. If you want a calendar which automatically changes daily, yes, you have it. Okay. Okay, what else we have here? Let's take a look. Zoom. Let's click Zoom. What is Zoom? Example. Let's say I demo here. Let's click a demo. All right. You can remove all this, not to worry. Okay, I'll show you how to remove this. You see, these are ads. These are Google ads, which is already inside the code. So Google makes money out of it, but it's free. All right. So let's example. Can you see? This is how. Let's say you want people to analyze something. Then this kind of photo you can move around. So this is what you get. Can you see? The entire picture comes in. So zoom and check what is it. Okay, so this time, okay. So I'm giving you all this because next week probably is going to be our last lesson until I give you a homework and meet you again. So you roughly have to build an idea of what you want actually, because there's just too many stuff. So accordingly, what you want, then we can build something. Now, what about this? Panning, there, can you see? Also interesting. So let's say you have a picture and then you want to grow it big. If you think this is useful, especially you want to show the soul maybe, or you want to have a kalpa tree here, and then you want people to study a kalpa tree, you want them to see your design or your drawing or whatever, therefore it becomes bigger or smaller. So this is an example of pan zoom, okay? Panning and zooming. Okay? All right, good. Next part, let's take one more, one or two more. Let's see, what else is there? Are we going to use forms? No. Galleries here, Lightbox. Let's click gallery. What's in gallery? Similar, all right? Gallery, let's take a look. Demo. This is another one. So a gallery looks like this. Instead of having many small photos, they just next photo. They just click here, but here they've got only one photo. So it's not coming up, all right? Okay, oh, it's coming up, okay. All right, you just have to scroll down and the photos come up. Okay, so they have only 3 photos here. So what exactly do you want to build? So this is a question you need to think about throughout the week. And then you must tell me. Let's check one more. Slider. Is there a slider? Okay. Now, there are many types of sliders. This kind of slider. Let's take a look. What other sliders are there? I'm going to choose some. I can scroll down. So this is for you. What is this? Okay, click. This is for you to explore. I'm just showing you explore. Let's take a look. Okay, so I've got slider. Okay, slider comes out, but it's not seeable. Okay, with words here. It's good because then you can give explanation. So if you have a what do you call a picture and you want to give some explanation, this is also very useful, where people can actually just scroll and see. Anything else below? What is that? Or you can even click below. Can you see? And the explanation come. The size and all we can adjust later. So that is why we have learned coding. So once you know the coding, all the size, the width, the height, all this can be adjusted easily. Okay, all right, good. What else? What else do we need to know? Wait, let me just show you, make sure everything's okay. I would also like to show you, let's take a look at text for animation. Animation. Okay, now let's take a look at animation. Let's demo one. This is a ripple effect. That's it. Okay. That means we just place Shiv Baba's photo here and then it moves inside. It creates an effect. Okay. This can be placed by the side also. Okay. So these are all the effects. What is the purpose of you doing this? Let's take a look. One more demo. This is nice. You know why? Because this will normally be your front page. Can you see there's a duration here, 7 seconds. Zoom is 1.1. Now that means let me refresh. Okay. This is really nice. Why? Because let's say you have Madhuban Om Shanti Bhavan here. The moment people land here, the Om Shanti Bhavan picture will grow slightly. So let's say I make it here 1.5. Okay. And I'm going to change the duration to 10,000 milliseconds, which is 10 seconds. All right. So let's try it out. Let's again, does it work? Center. Okay. Continue. There. So you can actually focus where you want. You want to focus on the center or left. It's here, right here. Can you see center? So assuming you have a photo where you want that photo to come out, this is a good stuff. Okay. So this, what is this called? Burns effect. Okay, Burns effect. All right. What is this under? Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So this is what I wanted to show you today. So when you are free, when you have an idea of what you want, then accordingly go and look for something unique where you think it might attract. Are you going to use it for a gallery? Or are you going to use it as the front page? Just now was good for the front page. All right, just now was good for the front page. Okay, all right. So I leave that to you, this part. Okay, okay. Now one more part I want to show you. This next one is very popular, W3 School. Okay. Now W3 School teaches you almost whatever you want to learn. Example. Let's click here. Can you see? I just clicked W3 Schools. All right, let's say we have already learned HTML, but let's click HTML. You can learn, everything is free here. Everything is free, whatever you want to learn. So if you have the time, you can learn, but it takes time. All right, or everything can be learned. Okay, now let's say I want to do some animation. Okay, where's my, okay, let's say I want to do some animation. Is there a search here? Hang on. Here. Okay, I want to learn some animation. Not here. Tutorials. Okay, let's learn. What else we have? Let's learn HTML. Okay, fine. Okay, let's look for animation. Okay, it's still coming back here. There. CSS, animation, property. Go for W3 School because the rest are all advertisements. I'm going to click this. Now it's going to teach you what you have to do is, look at this, huh? Binding and animation, they're giving an example. All right, and then they've given you the code. All you have to do is copy the code, paste it in your HTML file just now, and it will work exactly. Let's see what it does, okay? I'm going to click here. And that's what it does. That means if you copy this thing, can you see? If I copy this thing, this is my code. This is my code, right? And this is the direction, the style. Huh? This is the style. Can you see the style? All right. This whole thing. All right. Copy this whole thing, and then place it in your HTML. You will automatically get this stuff happening. Okay. So that's what it means. Okay. All right. So can you see H1 here is what? Animation property is here. Let's say I want to change this. Take a look. Huh? You can also play around here. Let's say background is red. I want to change it to blue. See, I'm typing blue now. And then click run. It becomes blue. That means it's teaching you. Let's say I want to make the width bigger. This is 100. I want to make it 200. And height also 200. And run it. It becomes bigger. So let's say you want something moving on your web page, on your front page, like something moving. Maybe you want the Shiv Baba light to move. I'm not sure. What are you thinking? But this is the codes you need to copy from here. Okay. All right. So once you decide how you want it to be, how it should look like, it becomes very easy for us to decide what we want. Let's try one more. I'm going to do, all the animations are here and their codes are here. You don't have to memorize anything. I'm going to choose animation fill mode. I'm not sure what is that. Let's check. Try it yourself. The color keeps changing. See, the color keeps changing. That means, example, let's take a look. Background in red, background color blue. You see? So here I'm going to change it to yellow. Run. The color changes to blue. So we can keep it moving up and down anywhere you like if you think you want to have some moving animation in your web page. Okay. All right. So as long as you understand there is such thing, then it becomes, then you know how to design your web pages. Okay. All right. So this is a very useful support page, W3 School. So you just come to this W3 School and then look for what you want in case you want some special codes, then it is very useful. Are you okay? All right. So I hope you're okay with that. All right. So what I'm going to do next week, all right, I'll need to figure this out because this morning I tried, it worked, but I think something is not right here. It's probably the grid. So I'll figure this out and solve this for you. And then Sister Demet has asked me for how to insert Spotify inside the web page, the audio. Also, I will show you next week. This week I can't make it. Okay. Anything else you need to know, you can just WhatsApp me directly or put in the group so that I can prepare it as a class lesson and then we can settle it next week. By next week also, I would like you to do one more stuff. What is that? That is to have a rough idea of how you want and what you want to be inside the web page. You get it? What you want to be inside the web page, how you want it. All right. If you can decide that, if you can have a rough design, then we can easily move forward from there. Okay. All right. So great. So I'm going to stop sharing at this point. Sorry, today I need to, or without Spotify. What is that? All right. Okay. Fine. All right. So how to add videos, audios, and whatever other question you have. All right. So, okay. So I hope you're okay today. So today, I think we just covered the hover part. All right. Although we got stuck in between. I showed you the jQuery script. Please explore a bit. All right. Then I showed you W3 School. I showed you W3 school, which is where a lot of stuffs can be learned. All right. So these are the stuffs I showed you today. So after this, I'm going to give you, next week, there's one more class. After that, Chaya Ben and all of you can discuss. And then I'll give you a month break. All right. But in between, I'll still help you with some tutoring and helping out if you want. Okay. And then after a month, let's see how the whole thing works. Okay. Also, we will decide next week. Okay. So I'll leave it to Chaya Ben and team to discuss, and then please let us know in the WhatsApp group what you have decided. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, any question, just put in the chat. I'll try to help you out and come up with something next week. Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry, I have to finish a bit early today. All right. Chaya Ben, it's up to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Let's play a song or something.
ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन। अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण। है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे, तू सारा जीवन। ओ देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, ओ देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, कर ले अभिवादन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन। अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन।
Om Shanti. So see you next week. Next week, Saturday is, next week, Saturday, we'll meet again. Okay. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Shanti.